My video for November the 9th, 2019 is video number 3269. The title is Believe the Earth is Flat and You Shall Be Saved. Truly, I wish the focus for this and all my videos would be about loving one another and allowing each his or her own perspective without headbutting and trying to convince anyone that they are wrong. Perceptions are always colored by personal experience, and no two of us have the same perspective. Unfortunately, there are those who come up with an idea that differs from whatever the status quo may be. I certainly see things differently than others, and I develop my analysis based on my personal viewpoint. We all do. We all face challenges and have to deal with people whose outlook is different than our own. Unfortunately, it is common for people who develop a new idea to want others to see from their perspective and agree with them. Of course, that is easier said than done, as it should be. It's a process, and the timing varies from one person to the next. Frankly, I don't give a damn what shape the earth is, and I certainly do not suffer from the delusion that those who see different than me are going to hell. I try very hard to get away from such an egocentric attitude. Yeah, and by the way, this video, as I said in the previous one, will not go live until noon tomorrow. I'm recording this on the 8th, actually. But it will not go live till noon. I'm not going to try to put my videos up at midnight anymore. If it's 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock and I'm tired, I'm just going to go to bed. I'm not going to try to stay awake for an extra 2 or 3 hours waiting for midnight to arrive. Anyway, my friend keeps sending me things about the flat earth, and it's like a religion, folks. And my friend is very courteous and kind, but I posted another video up, that not one of my videos, but another video about the 400th video of the Goldfish Report, which I was the original host for the Goldfish Report way back with the ambassador, and then Radagast, and now Louisa is heading that whole thing. And Louisa, and I forget the fellow's name that goes on with him, but they are the hosts, and the ambassador is still on from time to time and promised at one point to make another video with me, but that has not materialized yet. And I have had promises from others to make videos, and sometimes it's hard to connect with people. Anyway, I have looked at this flat earth thing, and as I've said in other videos that I've talked about this, when I remembered the story of the Norwegian man and his son who sailed to the North Pole, went in and went down into the middle of the earth, and then people say, there is no entrance there. No, there's entrances in and out of earth all over the place. You just have to know where they are, and if you're only seeing from 3 dimensions, you're not seeing the whole picture, because there have been spaceships or apparent spaceships or rockets or something, or saucers coming up out of the earth, and they disappear back into it, and there's no hole there. We are living in a multi-dimensional reality, whatever you want to call it, universe or whatever, but it's multi-dimensional, and 3 dimensions is a limited perspective. And as far as flat earth goes, the earth is thick. I mean, bear in mind, Mount Everest is what, 29,000 and something feet above sea level, the tallest mountain on earth. And the sea goes down sometimes even further than that, they say. Now, I haven't personally measured it. I didn't measure Mount Everest. I've been to the top of Pikes Peak. I've been on other mountains out west when I lived out there for a while and was stationed in the Army in Colorado, and then I lived in Utah. But I haven't personally measured anything. I think that some of our scientific stuff is accurate. Do I believe that we live on a planet of lies? Absolutely, I do. This is a planet of lies run by liars. So I get it that the stuff we've been told is truth mixed with error. And sometimes it's not even intentional error. Sometimes it's just a limited perspective or a purposeful misrepresentation of things for the benefit of who's ever doing it. But I don't believe anybody has all the answers. I know I don't. And I want to make it clear. I'm not saying Ron Van Dyke is the only one that's right. Listen to me. I am saying that it's time we get beyond the headbutting and start learning how to cooperate, which begins by listening to the other person's story. Everybody has their own perspective of reality. Everybody has experiences that differ one from another, even identical twins, as I've said in recent videos and previous videos. We do not have to all be on the same page and agree on every point. When you do that, it's called religion, and religion is something that separates us from one another. It builds barriers, it builds mental constructs, walls that are invisible, but walls nevertheless that keep us from the ability to connect with each other and develop at least honest communication that allows the other person to express his or her experiential viewpoint. And that's what we have. We have experiential viewpoints based on, again, what we have read, what we have encountered, people we have talked to. And the man that's doing this has been kind over the years. I've had some flat earthers that are not kind. I've had Christians that are not kind. I've had people that I've encountered from various religions and various political persuasions that are certainly not kind. They're trying to push an ideology that you have to see it my way or the highway. You know, get out of here if you don't see it the way that I do. Well, I like to go to groups and listen to things that people are able to share their different perspective. The coffee talk groups or the discussion groups that Steve Hart hosts are groups in which atheists and people from different religions and people with different vantage points can come and they can share their perspective. And we don't, the rule is we're not supposed to tell anybody, but you're wrong, because it's just a perspective. And perspectives are not going to send us to hell or elevate us to heaven. We have to individually grasp the reality that we're all different, and it makes sense, at least from my point of view, and again, it's my point of view, it makes sense to try to build bridges and try to connect people and try to get people to listen to one another and listen to the stories, listen to the reasons the people give for why they believe what they believe. I think it's wonderful that people explore and question things. I've been questioning things my whole life. From the time I was a teenager, at least, I've been one that questions and explores, because I want to fulfill my mission of helping to bring the kingdom of heaven to earth, which to me means we get rid of all the false narratives that divide us. And even if they're true narratives that divide us, the division is the problem. The solution is to learn to connect with each other and build bridges that bring peace. That's my goal. That's my intent. Thank you, folks, for listening, and namaste.